Why do you think it's so important to artists to get feedback from people who see their art?
Oh, well, I think it has to do with the Four Quadrants. The Four Quadrants is like a Ken Wilbur configuration that structures the way, the world works. And in the first quadrant, it's a quadrant. In the first quadrant, it happens in your head. It's the place where thoughts happen, inside the individual. In the second quadrant, it's the place where the individual makes manifest their creativity. They make art, they do it out in the world, and they have it in their studio, and there it is. So it's out in the world. The third quadrant is the out in the world of the community. So it's like where your art ends up, like in a gallery or on the internet or, in a cafe somewhere, so, or in a collector's home. So it's in community. But the fourth quadrant is where you get feedback. It's where the community's inner life feeds back. You get reviews, you get likes. People wear your t-shirt, they buy your products. It's like, I'm feeding back to you. And in that four quadrant sort of cycle, if you don't get past one quadrant, there's an obstacle feeling. There's a feeling of an obstacle. Whatever.
I love those four quadrants because they're really representative of different ambitions and why it matters to get feedback. Why you can't live in a cave and only talk to yourself. It's nice to have community and have people responding to what you do. It's like, sort of, in some ways, it validates you.
If you get a show in a gallery and nobody reviews it and nobody says anything about it and nobody writes anything in your guest book, you feel a sense of, incompletion.
Yeah.
If you have it in your head but you can't get it out on the paper, you feel a sense of incompletion. So it's a full cycle. And as Alex often reminds everyone, that at the fourth quadrant, when people are responding to it by wearing your t-shirt or buying your poster, other people get ideas. They see your work and they get ideas. And then their work springs from that. And it continues that cycle.